friends, welcome to a new vlog in my bathroom. I actually don't have my hair rollers in right now, but I am doing just a little hair treatment since today is a hair washing day. But I thought I would take you through the next few days. It's going to be a very different vlog than my last one. My last one was a very chaotic 72 hours in Las Vegas. I did so many things, a staycation, a divorce party, a party brunch, did all kinds of things. This week is going to be very different, and I wanted to take you through for a couple different reasons, one being entirely selfish. But I am starting to film this on Sunday. I believe it is the 19th of November. So this week is Thanksgiving. We also have Black Friday. But this week is going to be a very chill week. I swear, if editing Samantha does a freeze frame and says something like JK, I'm gonna lose my mind. But what should be a very chill week. So I do a lot of events around Las Vegas. We just finished with F1, so we had a lot going on here. A lot of just different like companies and just different places that we were working with. So this past week was so busy. I actually stayed on the strip a couple nights. I had 3 staycations in like a week in Las Vegas. I feel like I've been living out of my suitcase, and I need to spend a little bit of time getting my apartment in order, unpacking all of these different suitcases that I've taken on these different trips. It doesn't really help either that I just moved into this apartment at the end of September, and then when my dog passed away, like this does not feel like home. This feels like a hotel to me. This feels like somewhere where I come for a few nights and then I'm out again, because having a hard time like being here and being in the quiet and all of that. But I know that I need to at least try to make it somewhat like a home. I still have boxes to unpack. Like there's still boxes lined up in my living room that I moved in and I was starting to get ready, and then within a couple of weeks Aries passed away, and then everything just kind of came to a halt, and then I tried to just be as booked and busy as I can. But this vlog is kind of like coming back to reality. And since it is a holiday week, a lot of my friends are traveling and, they're going back home to see their families and stuff for Thanksgiving. So I don't have a lot of people here, which is fine, because I know that I also need to take some time for myself and reflection and all the things that I have been avoiding since my dog passed away. But I know, I've been saying it in my vlogs, like I know I need to get there and I know I need to do it. And this seems like the week to be able to do it. It's never fun looking forward, knowing that something you're about to do is going to be so painful. Not really a good time. But I know that it is necessary to sit with myself and my feelings for a while. And, it has been, just over a month since Aries passed, so I feel like this past month has definitely been a blur. But I think that this week will be needed as well. But I will not lie when I say that I came so close to booking flights to Iowa to see my family. I was gonna go stay with my brother and his fiance, but one, I shouldn't travel before Black Friday. I do own a business. We will be having Black Friday sales, so traveling around this time is not the smartest for me. Last year I actually brought my mom out here to help me with Black Friday. This year I am doing it on my own, but probably should be here where all my inventory is so I can pack orders and all of that. But I was real close. Like I had the flights pulled up, I was looking at them, I had the times figured out, I had my seats picked out and everything, and I was like, Samantha, you need to stop avoiding reality, because I do have quite a bit coming up. I have a bunch of friends coming in town for an influencer holiday party. I leave for Ireland at the end of December. So, this is my week to kind of chill, get my apartment in order, do my reflections, and also just work as much as I can. This is a really busy time for us. It's a busy time with Black Friday, with holiday, with end of year, with Vlogmas, 12 Days of Christmas, Santa Sam. Like there's so much that happens during this time that I just need to be able to sit at home and work. So yeah, but won't lie, I am uncomfortable with being alone, but It's also why I wanted to vlog and how I mentioned like selfish reasons for vlogging. This is something that I talked about with my members in our last live chat last month. That I want to do a whole video on what I was calling like clout versus community. My vlogs have helped me so much. And I'm really glad that I started to do them and started to understand that. And started to understand on an even deeper level the feeling of community. So that's why I say vlogging this week is also kind of selfish to me, because I'm going to be alone. And that's going to be hard. And it's going to be very quiet. But I know that I can pull my camera out and talk. And even though it's a one-sided thing and we're not talking right now and we're not live, somehow it still turns on a different part of my brain. And I really feel like I'm sitting down and talking to actual people. Even though it's going to be days later when you watch this, or weeks later when you watch this, it still makes me feel better. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, even though it's going to be a pretty chill week, I do actually have 2 spa appointments and I want to take you to both. One is going to be for body contouring. That is tomorrow, Monday. And one is going to be for a diamond glow facial. That will be Wednesday. I am working with both companies to be able to create content around these treatments that I am doing. Today I'm also getting my nails done because I broke my pinky nail. Look at that. Oh, broke the pinky nail. Not cute. I needed to get my nails done anyways. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably just something really basic. I was thinking of something cute in fall, but like honestly I'll probably just do something basic. So I'm getting my nails done tonight, spa tomorrow, spa Wednesday. Actual Thanksgiving is Thursday. I don't think I'll be doing anything. I thought about like maybe like making something, like making food for myself. Honestly, I think that'll just make me too sad. But I do have to go to Trader Joe's this week. I definitely need to get some groceries. So we'll have like a little Trader Joe's haul, and then just preparing for Black Friday. So again, yeah, we'll have some sales on BuySamanthaMarch.com. We do have a new bundle out, the Deck of Daily Gratitude with the Deck of Healthy Habits. So that bundle is available now. We have some new products coming out for New Year's that I am finalizing the designs for and ordering all the inventory for that. So it'll be a very different vlog from the last one, but I hope you enjoy it and seeing what a non-busy, eventful week looks like in Las Vegas. So I'm excited to show you like the duality of what life looks like. It's a reason why I say I love Las Vegas. When people ask me what I like about the city, the word I usually use is duality. Is you can go to the strip and you can do the events and you can go to the restaurants, you can go to the clubs, and then you can also live in the suburbs and go for a 5-mile walk every morning and have it be peaceful and just nature, and the kids are going in the school bus, and like I really love that. I love that part of the city. So yeah, and that's also kind of how I feel like I live my life. I can show you the fun and exciting parts and I can do all the things, and then I can also sit at home for a week. And usually I'd go to my friend's house for dinner or something like that, but it's gonna be, we're flying solo this week. We're flying solo this week and I'm nervous about it, but I hope you enjoy the vlog. I'm just watching football and I'm cleaning my bedroom because it was a mess, and just watching some football. I think the Packers are probably gonna lose, but what else is new this season? Ugh.
There we go. It's what this entire game at this part of the field, and they can't score a touchdown. And if they can't score a touchdown again, defend to that 4th down. You know you're going for it, so you're playing 3rd down.
Mentioned the one possession last year. Viking fans had all year to agree. In this season, 75 seconds left.
It's just such an interesting.
Taking it down here at 1st down again out of bounds.
Smaje P. Ryan with the Cincinnati Bengals.
And throwing, he's up for grabs, and he's caught for the touchdown.
landed that plant foot and jumped and turned. Could have been a Fosbury flop.
Well, we have made it to night 1 of being alone. Cheers. I did go and get my nails done, so I finally got a pinky nail back, so that's good. I didn't do anything like design-wise or anything. I don't know. I just didn't really feel like being anywhere, to be honest. But my nail tech also texted me like 2 hours before my appointment and was like, hey, can you come in earlier? And I was like, sure, what time? She said, now? And I was like, oh, okay. It actually worked out better for me. I was trying to get an earlier appointment and she had someone that booked before me and didn't go in, so I kind of ran out of here. So I realized as I was driving I forgot my camera, but again, we just did something real simple for the nails. I didn't even do anything like fall. It's not really like in the mood. So yeah, I really just wanted to get my nail fixed. So I did that and then did some work today, filmed a video. I edited it and it's uploading right now, so wait for that to be done. I made myself some dinner and I thought it was funny because I don't cook here very often. I think I've maybe made like 4 meals here in the month and a half that I've lived. Wait, how long did I moved in the end of September? Yeah, like the month and a half that I've lived here, I think I've turned like the oven on or the stove or whatever like probably 4 times. Like sometimes for lunch I'll make like a sandwich or like toast or like, I don't know, something like that. But I haven't had the biggest appetite since Aries died, so like eating is not the greatest for me. So sometimes I like go out to eat more instead because I feel like I'll actually eat something versus just sitting here at home. I'm like, toast is good. So I made myself dinner and it's this like chicken parmesan bag meal that I'm sure you've seen in 1,000 of my vlogs because I've been eating it for years and years. I just get it at Target, but it's something that I call like my comfort meal. And I realize that I eat it when I like need that feeling, you know? And I had 1 bag, miraculously, because I have nothing in my fridge. I had 1 bag in the freezer and I was like, oh, perfect. So that had a little bit of ice cream, you know, just very cliche. I've had this ice cream in my freezer forever. Like I had to take like the plastic off it and everything because I haven't had it in so long. But I've just been watching football. Now I'm drinking some tea. I have my Eversio Wellness balance blend in here, the functional mushrooms. I like to add it to my tea, and then I just have a spearmint tea because it helps with digestion. And yeah, eating ice cream and pasta and all of that, I'm like, I should probably enjoy some tea before bed. But I'm just gonna wait till that video uploads so I can finish off like the description box and things like that, because it is a sponsored video, so I need to send it over to the brand. But I just did some skincare and yeah, I'm just glad we made it through. Day 1, night 1 down. Okay, tomorrow we look forward to the spa. I did some cleaning. This whole section right here was piled of clothes, 2 suitcases. It was crazy. I worked on my closet a little bit. It still needs some help. There's like an area over here. I still have my suitcase out from Austin. Like, yeah, we need some help over there. So we're gonna do that. But that's tomorrow. I want to clean my makeup brushes. But yeah, we're making it through. So thanks for hanging out with me night 1. See, it just makes me feel like not as alone. My friends jokingly refer to my tripod as my emotional support tripod, and I kind of believe them. Gotta believe them. Good morning. It's Monday, 7 a.m. I was waiting for this car. Every morning at like 7, there's this car that is so loud. And so I was trying to wait for that to go away before I started chatting, but I'm just making my bed, and I'm quite horrified because normally in the mornings I get up and just the first thing that I do is I go outside for a walk. If I get distracted, like if I sit down at my computer, it's all over. I'm gonna be there until midnight. Like I just I don't know what happens when I walk into my office, but I usually walk like 2.5 miles to a Starbucks. I grab an iced chai and then I walk 2.5 miles home. And a lot of you might know that I gave up Starbucks for 6 months when I was like cutting out, you know, refined sugar and all of that. But you know, life was lifing, so whatever. At this point, I still don't even feel bad, especially because I walk so much. I don't even know how many steps I walked this past week. And the one day alone, I think it was Saturday, I walked 11,000 steps, got lunch, and then walked 11,000 steps back home. Kind of crazy. That's normally what I do, but it's been getting chillier in the mornings. And then when I did walk on Saturday, it was so windy. And I noticed it on the way there that I was like, oh yeah, you know, it's windy. But on the way back, I was walking into the wind. So it was like resistance training. It was so cold. And it was a warmer day, so I just had like a regular ball cap on. Normally in the mornings, if it's cold, I wear a beanie because I have a lot of like inner ear problems, so the wind really hurts my ears. And so I didn't have my beanie on. I was literally walking like covering the one ear that didn't have an earbud in. It was horrible. So I didn't walk outside yesterday because it was so windy, so I just used my walking pad here. And then when I woke up this morning, it's saying that it only feels like 38 degrees outside. So yikes. I'm actually gonna go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like a hot minute. I'm just gonna walk on the treadmill. I could do the walking pad here, but I kind of like the feeling of like getting out for a minute. You know what I mean? So I'm actually just gonna do like 3:30 at the gym, and then I do have a steam room there. Typically it's like always broken, but I remember getting emails recently about like it getting fixed. I don't know if that's actually true, but if it's working, I'm thinking I might just pop into the steam room for a little bit. I used to be really good at going like almost every night to the steam room or to the sauna, and then that kind of like obviously fell off with everything with Aries, but I would like to get into a routine of getting back to that. So we will see, but yeah, I'm just gonna head to the gym. I made my bed, and you know what's funny? I need to do this week because this is like kind of embarrassing. Let's not tell anyone about this. Let's just keep this. This is not my comforter. This is Ashley's. I should probably give it back at some point. And I should probably just order a new Cozy Earth one. I don't really know what I'm waiting for, probably because I haven't been home for like more than 3 consecutive nights since Aries passed. But when everything happened with her, I did have to, you know, throw away my comforter because it was, you know, it was here. It had to be, you know, thrown away, which obviously is totally fine. So, you know, afterwards, so, you know, Ashley and her husband were super great. I think I've mentioned that Ashley was with me when it happened. Afterwards, they sent me out of my apartment, and they, you know, they cleaned up and they took all of Aries' things to storage, so I didn't have to like come home and see like her kennel and her toys and, you know, things like that. But they did also get rid of my comforter, and they had an extra one, so they put it on the bed, which I was super thankful for. And then I've just never ordered another one. And like I love I have Cozy Earth sheets, my pillowcases, I love the comforters, so I just need to order another one. So that's also going on the to-do list. Like, this vlog is all about Samantha putting her life back together. And she gonna order her own comforter. There you go. So yeah, that's the plan. But I'm gonna head to the gym and try not to think too hard that it's 38 degrees outside. What even? Does anyone else feel like a Trader Joe's haul just makes you feel like your life is more together? As I look at a plastic bag that is leaking something onto my counter, sure. Mouthwash with like, it still even has the plastic around it, yet somehow it has leaked everywhere. I don't really know what was all in this bag, but we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. As I was saying, sometimes I just feel like a good Trader Joe's haul helps me reset. I have a Hilton key. When's the last time I stayed at a Hilton? God. no idea. So I made it to the gym. I did my 12:3:30 and then walked a little bit more. I'm hoping to do an outside walk today once it like gets a little bit warmer. We have a wind advisory until 1. So I'm hoping maybe like before the Monday night football game, get a little outdoor walk in. Otherwise I'll just watch the game and like use my walking pad. So I went to the gym. I did go to the steam room. The steam room was working. So I went in the steam room. Man, steam rooms are kind of wild, are they not? Like, it's kind of gross. I mean, I feel like I've been battling a cold since, I don't know, October. Someone just commented in one of my last videos and said, "Are you okay? You're losing your voice." I'm like, I think this is just my new voice. Like, this is how I've been sounding since October. Like, I think I just have to accept the fact that like I lost my voice and I never got it back. Like, this is just what it is. But just like everything, oh, I love good steam room moment. All right, I spent $51.57 at Trader Joe's. We got some almond butter. And then some more dates. So I have dates every morning, but I wanted to get the peanut butter because I like to do a snack where I do a date, I like open it up, I put some almond butter in it, and then I dip them in melted chocolate and then freeze them. And I put some peanuts also in the dates as well. And then I sprinkle like some crushed up peanuts and have them frozen. It's a nice little snack for when I want something. Again, like I try to do as well as I can with cutting back on refined sugar. So to have like little snacks like this around the house helps me from eating my body weight in Kit Kats. Got some mushrooms and some salmon. I'm thinking maybe like my dinner tonight. I got the salmon pinwheels. I don't know why. I did. Like I was looking at all their salmon options and I was like, this just looks fun. Spinach and Mediterranean style herb feta cheese wrapped in salmon. So thinking dinner like tonight or tomorrow we could do that. Cottage cheese. I eat a lot of cottage cheese because it's high in protein. I was totally influenced by Kelly Gooch. She posted this on her Instagram stories the other day and I was like, wait, I want that. It's butternut squash mac and cheese. Okay. Rigatoni pasta with butternut squash puree and a blend of Gouda, cheddar, and Parmesan cheese. That just sounds good. I feel like maybe I should have grabbed, well, it says 11 grams of protein per serving, and there's 2 servings. Okay. I was gonna say maybe I should grab some chicken, but we'll see how that is. And then I really like this little pasta. Why didn't I grab chicken? Samantha. So this is just like another pasta with the pink sauce. Again, if you've been following me for a while, I've talked about that for many years. I really like it. I got some chicken apple sausage. A lot of times if I just need a quick snack, I do this, the cottage cheese and like the mustard. It was all over TikTok at some point, but I actually really enjoy it. And then these are my favorite things to grab, these chicken enchiladas. I'll probably eat this for lunch, but those are really good. So that's everything I got from Trader Joe's. Just, I wanted a few things to be able to like put in the freezer and a couple of things to be able to make for meals since I'm gonna be home. I guess I didn't grab anything like for Thanksgiving. Okay. There is like a Friendsgiving that's happening. Usually Wednesday night is like girls' night at Cassie Beach House, which is at the Virgin. It's a really nice restaurant. And I was thinking about going, but then I'm not gonna go. Again, if editing Samantha is like, ha! No, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go because I'm trying to stay home. And yeah, but I didn't grab any food. Okay. Well, I mean, it's just myself, so it's not like I have to do like anything like fancy. Like I could literally eat a freaking chicken sausage and it'll be fine. I was just thinking maybe for Thanksgiving it would be nice if I did something nicer for myself, but it's not a necessity, so it's fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Hi friends. We've made it to Monday night. The football game's on. The intro was pretty funny actually. So it's been a chill day. I was filming earlier, so my tripod is crazy. Let me fix you. Oh, I just finished filming. My ring light is still on because I have some B-roll that I still need to film as well. But today was a pretty chill day. I think I'm playing against you in fantasy, sir. So if you could like decide you don't want to play, like I don't want you to get hurt, but like maybe if you like decide like this game's not it for you, it'd be great. I was actually getting ready to head out to my appointment because I was supposed to go to the med spa today, and I got a call saying there was like a family tragedy. I was like, oh my god. So we rescheduled to next week. So there was that. So I just ended up showering and I did my hair rollers. So I feel like my hair is quite bouncy right now. And then I filmed 2 videos. I did film a try to get ready with me on the whole like clout versus community that I was talking about. And then I also filmed some reviews. I packed up some giveaway boxes. I got a not a giveaway box, but I just packed up like a box for my mom. She asked for like a few things. So if anyone ever needs anything, I'm always like, just tell me what you need. So she like sent me a list. So I put together a box to send off to my mom. I have just a few like fun things coming up. Like, I don't even know if I've mentioned it, but the event planning company that I started with my friend Simbri, Creators and Friends, we have a holiday party happening, but it's next week, isn't it? Like everyone comes in like end of next week. Like it's gonna be so crazy. So getting everything, like making sure we're all squared away for that. I had to go on like a wild goose hunt today for some packages that were shipped when I was in the process of moving. And so like I was hunting those down to find those, but we found them, so it's all good. So yeah, I'm just working on a few things for Ireland as well, because I'm putting together like goodie bags for everyone who goes on the Ireland trip. So I wanted to have them do like, you know, foundation shade and like what their eyeshadow preferences are and lip colors and, you know, all of that stuff. So just working on a few different things like that. So it's been a busy day, but it's been good. I wanted to take a walk tonight, but then by the time I got done filming, I was watching people from my window like walk by and everyone was so bundled up. I was like, oh. So that told me it was still pretty cold and it looked pretty windy still. So maybe tonight after I take off my makeup, I might just go back to the gym and just walk on the treadmill again, because I'm only at like 6,000 steps and like I usually have 10,000 in the morning. Like my walk to Starbucks and back is usually 10,000 steps. So, and that's like my daily goal. So even though I got a ton of steps over the weekend, so I'm like, it's not a huge deal if I don't hit it, but like I would prefer to. I can also grab my walking pad. I thought about maybe just even, the walking pad's pretty easy to move around, so I might just move it in here and just watch some of the game. We'll see. Also trying to remind myself it's not a huge deal if I don't hit it every day, but if I have the ability to, like, might as well. But it's only like, what time is it? It's 6 o'clock. I just had some chicken enchiladas from Trader Joe's for dinner, and then I do want to still do a little bit of cleaning. I have a really hard time. I feel like sometimes my apartment gets so messy because when I have like, when I'm here at my apartment, I just work. And I need to like remind myself that like I have to stop working at some point and like clean up. Like my desk is a mess, the bathroom's a mess, the kitchen's a mess, the living room's a mess, like everything's a mess. And I'm like, or I could go answer emails. And I'm like, or not. So that's what I'm like struggling with right now, because I'm like, I could be editing, I could be walking, I could be cleaning, I could be answering emails, like I could be answering DMs. Like I have so many things that I could be doing, and I usually always put work first. I'm probably just gonna clean a little bit more. So chill day, not a great start to like my self-care. Like I was really excited to go to the med spa. Obviously I understand that something bad has happened. And it was kind of nice. It just gave me like a full day to work and just be checking things off my to-do list. So nothing wrong with that. Hello. Hi. Laying in bed watching football. Hold on, what time is it? No, I swear, no, I'm not coming. No, No, I'm not coming. I'm literally like about to journal and like cry my eyes out. So like, it's not a good time for me. I ate at like 4 o'clock. I don't care. I'm a senior citizen. I don't care. Oh, I'm really like, I have to edit. I know. I'm normally that girl, but I have to edit. I have so many emails to answer. I'm going to bed early. Listen, I went to bed early last night and I woke up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed today. I didn't walk, it was too cold. Cause it's, have you been outside? It's windy. Hello, governor. Well, thank you for the invite. I'm sad to miss it. Obviously, I can't go anywhere. I'm yawning at 6 o'clock. I'm going to bed. No, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Love you. Goodbye, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Everyone just leave me alone. Good morning. It's 5:30. Listen, I usually wake up early, but 5:30, that's fun. Start my day off with my ritual supplements. I am sponsored by them, but not in this video. But I take them every day. The Symbiotic Plus and the Hyacera. So, you know, last night I went to bed fairly early. Like, I was trying to go to bed early. But one thing I did too, so like for a while I've been falling asleep to the TV, which is very unusual for me. And really since like Aries diagnosis, like, you know, everything just like kind of felt really derailed. I started watching TV again at night, especially like Friends, like shows that would bring me comfort. And last night I finally used Insight Timer again. And I used to talk about Insight Timer all the time because I would listen to it every night to go to sleep. Like, I don't know if I want to say like meditations, but you know, things like that. And last night, you know, we were in night 2 of being alone, and I worked for a while, and then I was like, I could go to the gym or whatever, because I still wanted to get my steps in. And then I was like, or you could journal like you say that you're going to. You could do it. And you know, it was pretty tough. I cried a lot, but there was also a few things that I wrote down that was kind of like, oh, okay. Just like different things that I want that I've kind of been avoiding saying that, like, I would really like something like this. And that might sound kind of vague, but it's like kind of personal, so I don't want to really get into it. But like things that I've been like, no, I don't need this, I don't want this, and as I was journaling, I was like, oh no, there are certain things in life that I do want and like need to accept that, you know, maybe I need to make like some changes for. So I don't know, it was kind of like an interesting exercise, so I'm glad that I did it. And then I went to sleep and I started to watch Friends, and I was like, okay, maybe we need to, it's almost like the TV was like my safety net for a while there. And I was like, let's turn off the TV, let's turn off Friends.
and I listened to Insight Timer, and really I feel like I can only remember the first maybe like 15 minutes of it and fell asleep. And then I woke up this morning and there's always this really loud car here. It's so loud. And I heard the loud car and I was like, oh, it's 7 o'clock. And because a car is always like 7 o'clock on the dot, I always hear that car. And so I hear this car, I'm like, oh, it must be 7 o'clock. And I'm like, roll it, and like, I try to like do some like breathing exercises and stretching in the morning and all of that. So I start doing that, and then I roll over and I look at my phone, it's 5:30, and I was like, what? But then I kind of felt awake, like I'd already started to go into like my morning routine. I already drink water. I take my temperature in the morning because I do, like, it helps me like track my cycle and things like that. I laid there for a minute. I was like, I could go back to sleep. I was like, or just get up. Like, you went to bed early. You slept really well. I slept throughout the night. I didn't wake up once. I was like, just get up. So, we awake. We awake. I've never learned how to eloquently take pills. I hated it. Like in high school, oh my god, that was the worst. I used to go to my friend's house and she had a cat, and I'm like deathly allergic to cats. And I would have to take these little tiny like Sudafed pills, I'm pretty sure they were. And I would like pace the apartment like, okay girl, you got this. Like, you got this, you got this, you got this. I mean, they were like so tiny. And I'd be like it was comical. Like, I've never been good at taking pills, but I try. So it's probably too cold for me to walk. It's also dark outside. So I think I might just head right to the gym this morning. I want to do some yoga as well. I was thinking about reformer Pilates, but I think I'm just going to stick with some yoga this morning. I don't know if I'll do it here or do it at the gym. Next to that is going to be my plan for the morning, and then we'll just... That's going to be my plan for the morning. I would also like to do laundry today, so that'll be fun. I do want to schedule an appointment to get my car detailed. That's been on my to-do list for a while that I keep putting off because my car has like so much Aries hair in it. And it has her like her little like nose marks on the windows. I know in one of my vlogs someone mentioned like you can still see Aries like nose prints on the windows. So I've been wanting to get my car detailed for a while because it's quite messy, like on the inside, like it's quite messy. But it's like I don't want to like wipe those things away. But probably should. It's probably time to get my car cleaned. And then when I went to Adrenaline Mountain, like in the last vlog, I had to drive up a mountain. So like my car is just like really dusty, like on the outside, like my car's just really dusty. And then even on the inside, because like we got really dusty, me, Katie, and Ashley. So like the inside has like dirt and stuff. So like it needs to be cleaned. So I'm hoping to do my car detail today. I do want to film. I have some editing to do. And just another busy day. There's some more things I want to clean. Last night I cleaned off like my desk. I've been able to clean up some of my clothes. I need to put my suitcases, like I just put them in the living room. I need to actually like put them in my storage closet and things like that. But I also need to book my flights to Ireland. I don't have my flights booked. I leave in a month and I don't have my flights booked. Okay, probably get that done. I'm gonna ask the travel company if they can help me. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. So yeah, busy day, but like how fun when you actually go to sleep at a decent time and sleep through the night. So 5:30, here we go. Alright, so getting ready to
head out. I'm gonna work for a little bit from a coffee shop. This is something, I talked about this in past videos, that I said when Aries passed, I knew it was gonna be hard for me to be in here, so I was gonna try to find like some cute coffee shops around Vegas, and there's so many here. There's so many cute places here with good food and good drinks. But I have a couple meetings today on the whole other side of town, so I'm gonna head over in that direction and grab some breakfast and either like a matcha or maybe a smoothie. I don't really know what I feel like today, but I think I want to go to Founders because they have a really good toast, and it's like the salmon lox situation. I don't know, it's really good. So I think I'm gonna go there because it's pretty close to where my first meeting is. So I don't know, I like to like, when I have meetings, I like to like kind of dress up a little bit, or I don't know, I'm just even just leaving the house to do some errands. I'm so used to being in like workout clothes and casual clothes all the time that sometimes when I leave, it's just fun to like dress up a little bit. So I love these pants. I think they're from Abercrombie, I want to say. We got them at the YouTube event. I love them so much. And then I just have like a bodysuit on with a blazer. Prepare for that, but made it to the gym pretty early this morning. I walked on the treadmill. I did some stretches, and then I decided to come back home and do yoga. And then the sauna wasn't working, so that made me mad. But I didn't want to use the steam room because I just washed my hair yesterday, and the steam room like drenches you. So I was just gonna sit in the sauna, but of course it doesn't work, so that's fine. But yeah, and then I just finished editing a video. I didn't show any of that, but I just wanted to get it done real quick so I can like export it and I can work on like the description box and stuff when I'm working from the coffee shop. But I just need to throw on my sunscreen and my shoes, and then I'm gonna head out for a couple hours. So it's always nice to get like a little change of scenery, and sometimes I feel like working from a coffee shop, it makes me like a little bit more focused as well. You know, because it's like, oh, I'm only here for a short amount of time, like get whatever I can done. Whereas sometimes at home I can get distracted, and I can literally walk into my bedroom and be like, oh, I should clean this little area for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, what are you doing? Get to work. So the downfalls of working from home, there's a lot of distractions. So sometimes coffee shop is a nice option for me. I'm so used to traveling, I keep putting my toothbrush back into like my travel toothbrush holder. Why do I keep doing that? I'm glad I had worked on cleaning my kitchen last night because today things really took a turn. I'm hosting a holiday party next week, and all of our drinks from the brands that we're working with came in today. So now I have to figure out where I'm putting these until next week. And then I have to break down all of these boxes and take them out to recycling. Okay. And all I want to do is make some dinner. So today has been pretty casual and boring for the most part. I went to a coffee shop. I had some toast and some tea, which was really good. And then I had a couple meetings that I like couldn't take my camera into. I checked out where we're hosting the holiday party tomorrow. It's with creators and friends. So I'm really excited to see everyone that comes in next week. And then I went to Verizon to try to fix my phone. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I can't like get on the internet unless I'm on a Wi-Fi connection. I also can't send text messages, get text messages, make phone calls, send phone calls. And it's been this way for like 2 months. I've gone in, this is the 3rd time that I've gone in, and today they gave me an eSIM card, and it worked for like 10 minutes and then it stopped working again. So I'm like, okay. So I was at Verizon for like ever, and then I just came back and I've been doing just a bunch of editing. I totally messed up though. Today I should have filmed 2 videos. I want to film a fashion video and like an Amazon Black Friday video, because tomorrow I get a facial and I can't wear makeup. So, I mean, it's not a huge deal because I also, like, I can just, especially for the fashion video, you know, that's focused on like the clothes and everything. But for my Amazon Black Friday video, it's nice if I could like be wearing makeup. So I don't know if I'm gonna try. I might still try to film tonight and then just have like tomorrow and Thursday to be just all editing and admin days. But I was like so proud of myself because I was like, I have my video ready for Wednesday. I have my video ready for Thursday. Friday is almost completely edited. And then I was like, but filming. So, you know, we'll see what we end up doing. I do also really want to clean this kitchen because this be looking crazy right now.
Third string, or you think the Cowboys did? No, I'm saying he'll be, because I think the Cowboys, if they win, they are now very much have to be taken for real as a Super Bowl, eventually, just in case the Cowboys can't pull it out. Big Magic J. No, Max,
all these things. I need to go home. Thanks so much courage and confidence to be able to make that decision, especially. Yeah. No, they honestly really like helped. Just like sharing my routines and things like that. Might be like the good health. I just became way more intense. Yeah. I think I was like 19. I lost my period probably for a boyfriend at the time, so I was like, okay, let's just not do that. Right. I just.
Okay, today's been a crazy day. I really haven't been pulling out the vlog camera all too much, but I have just been working. I don't know why I got the idea to go to the freaking grocery store. It is the day before Thanksgiving, but I was like, all I wanted was white cheddar popcorn. It's my favorite snack. White cheddar popcorn. And I wanted some grilled chicken because I got that butternut squash pasta situation, mac and cheese thing from Trader Joe's, and I was like, oh, I should throw some grilled chicken in it. So I was like, I'll get popcorn and chicken, and it was so busy. I was like, never mind. And then I was gonna go get my oil change too, because I'm like, I'm pretty overdue for that. And then it just was so hectic. I got so much anxiety, I just came home. I literally just turned back around and was like, never mind, I'm not gonna do anything. Hello, anxiety, my old friend. So, and then I filmed, so I was able to film because I don't think I can wear makeup for a couple of days. I would have liked to film a fashion video, but that one I don't really mind. It's more about the outfits, so I feel, I mean, we'll see how like my skin looks. I don't know if I'm gonna be like super red or anything like that. But I was able to at least film one more video, so I should be fine through the weekend as well. So tonight is just gonna be all admin work, all editing, getting ready for Black Friday, all of those things. And then, yeah, I'm off to get a facial now. I brought a chopstick because I didn't have time to eat. So I was just having a chopstick to get in some protein. And then, yeah, I'll make something for dinner tonight. But what a crazy day this has been. Ah! Black Friday time. It'll be wild around these parts. It is 4:59 and it is so dark outside. I am not okay with this. I went on a walk yesterday at like 5. It was dark. I was like, what in the, I don't like this at all. I have my selfie light propped up behind my camera so you can actually see me. It's ridiculous. But I just got out of my facial. My skin feels so nice, so smooth. So I originally was gonna do the Diamond Glow facial, and after I went in with like my full face of makeup because I just gotten done filming, and he took my makeup off and he was like, and they did like a skin analysis too. You like put your head in this thing and they take pictures and do the skin analysis. And he was like, you have really sensitive skin, which I do. I always talk about that. That's why I love First Day Beauty. He was like, you have really sensitive skin. He's like, I wouldn't love to do the Diamond Glow because it's a little bit rough and it's a lot of suction. He's like, I don't want to make your sensitive skin like even more sensitive. So we ended up just doing dermaplaning, which I've been wanting to do for a while. I used to shave my face really consistently to help with like skincare and all of that, and I just haven't for a while. Honestly, I like fell out of self-care game for like a hot minute there. So I knew dermaplaning was an option too, so I wanted to do that. And then we did like masks and like some serums and things and like massages and like hand warmer. It was that there was a certain point where I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep right here. So that was super relaxing. So that was the Pearl Skin Studio. It is on Fort Apache Road in Las Vegas. I went to Christian, who was so nice. We were literally chatting the whole time except during the actual like dermaplaning because, you know, it's like a blade, so you probably shouldn't be talking. But he was so nice. He was so friendly, and I like that he really explained everything that we were doing. The first esthetician that has ever said, you have really sensitive skin. Like most people just go right in and do like whatever it is, and so like I'm really grateful for him. So if you're in the Vegas area, highly recommend Christian at Pearl Skin Studio. That was so nice. I want to go back. Now I just wanted like another like full spa day because it was so relaxing to just like close my eyes for a little bit, you know what I mean? Wait, that was a long treatment too. That was an hour and a half. Wow. Wow, okay. Well, so I'm feeling nice and pampered. So I'm gonna head home. I do need to make dinner at some point. I'm thinking about the salmon and mushrooms, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get home. I'm just gonna work for a while tonight is my plan. But I've been going to bed pretty early. I did the insight timer again last night, and I feel like I'm like out like a light. Like it's such a difference doing that versus having my TV on, for sure. Like the TV, like I'll stay awake and watch it until like 2 in the morning. So I'm glad I'm slowly getting back there. I'm getting back into the routines. So that's good. All right, let's go home. It's so dark. Look at that. You wouldn't even been able to see me. Ugh, so sad.
Is the NFL schedule. What does a year in the NFL routine? I don't think I do this. The reason I think that these teams do this and what happens, the rules, like the structures of OTAs, okay? Fun fact, and then you have this break. It's like, what do you want to say during that break? That's the break. During this break, before the project, so just because you see about 4 months, this next product, you still want that. Don't get me wrong, well, when I work out, you are lying and
Happy Thanksgiving! The team is playing. They're probably gonna lose, but they might win. I'm just gonna put it out in the universe. They might win. I just went for a walk. Starbucks was actually open, so I walked to Starbucks. It is time to make my Thanksgiving meal. I was gonna make this like butternut squash. Wait, did I say happy Thanksgiving already? Did I talk this morning? I feel like I talked this morning, right? It's 2 o'clock. And I just feel like I've been on my phone all day. I really wanted to be like in my DMs and stuff on Instagram for like, I know holidays are hard for people, so I just wanted to like be there if anyone wants to talk or chat. I did one, I ended up popping, we did like a live, like on Instagram, you can like call each other or whatever. So I did that with one girl who was kind of going through a lot, and it was nice. Oh, now I'm gonna cry because it was nice to talk to her. So I hope maybe I like made her day somewhat better. I've just been watching football. The Packers did win. I never lost faith in them. I knew they were gonna win. I knew they were gonna win, guys. And I did go to the steam room at halftime of the game. Today is definitely like a hair washing day, so I was like, the steam room makes you like, obviously you're like drenched. So I was like, let me just pop into the steam room. I went in there for like probably 15 minutes or so, so I felt like that was pretty good. And then I came back, and then yeah, I've just been on my phone most of the day, just trying to talk to people, like made like a TikTok and a reel and things like that. Obviously this is a day of like a lot of text messages, you know, a lot of friends and family, which I'm super grateful for. So I'm just trying to respond to everybody. I haven't actually been in my office yet today, but I'm trying not to panic. I wasn't planning to take today off. I was planning to get a lot of work done, but I'm trying to not panic. I'm sure it'll be fine. My camera battery died, and I was like, you know, it's like a grilled cheese. Like, you don't want it to like get burnt, but I am just making a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm also gonna heat up some of this autumnal harvest soup. I got it from Trader Joe's. It's creamy tomato based soup with pumpkin and butternut squash. I don't know, it sounds Thanksgiving-y. Hopefully it's good. I'm not, honestly, like I'm not like a huge soup girl, so I'm just gonna do like a little bit and put it in the microwave. So I love these cute little bowls. Oh, it exploded all over my microwave. Okay. Good, good. Also did, like I just finished a yoga workout, which is why I probably look crazy, because it was so hard. Like I just did like 15-minute yoga workout from Boho Beautiful, and I was like, ah! Okay. It was definitely a tough one. My arms are killing me, but glad that I got that done. So yeah, a little bit of a different day than I had in mind. I actually slept in. One of my girlfriends called me last night at like 11, and I was so panicked, you know, because I know that she had been out. So I was like, oh my gosh, do you need a ride? Are you okay? Is someone bothering you? What's going on? She just wanted to tell me about the night. But I ended up talking to her for like 40 minutes. I don't know, my mind was just like kind of racing. So I didn't fall asleep the easiest last night. So I actually slept until 8 o'clock today. Like I woke up and checked my phone, it was 8. I was like, what? And then the Packers played at 9:30, but I still got my walk in. I pretty much made it on time to the game. So I feel like I'm having like I'm having a nice holiday. It helps to vlog. It helps to be like, I'm talking to so many people right now. It was really nice to have that Instagram chat. My friends and family are making me feel very loved, and yeah, I'm doing okay today. I'm doing better than I thought that I would be doing. And I feel like I've really taken time out for like myself as well. Like journaling the last few nights has really helped me. Yeah, it's been good. So I'm gonna eat this Thanksgiving meal. At least I still have some of my dessert dates left. Listen, Thanksgiving as a single girl who's refusing to leave her apartment. I think I'm going to close out the vlog because I'm going to have my Thanksgiving dinner.
of a chopstick and mangoes. It's one of my favorite snacks. I'm just like not that hungry. I feel like I ate at like a random time. So it's 7 o'clock and I honestly like I want to go to bed soon. So, because I know tomorrow's gonna be so busy, but I'm like, I just feel like I need like some sort of a snack. So that's what I'm gonna eat. I'm making a tea. And then, yeah, I feel like I was pretty productive tonight. Actually, I opened up a ton of packages. I got such a sweet blanket that one of my subscribers knitted herself, and it was inspired, like the colors like inspired by Aries and everything. So I opened it and just started crying because it's just so sweet that someone like put that amount of time in to send, you know what I mean? I'm gonna cry again, but it was just really sweet, and like the color was like so spot on for Aries. So sweet. And I took a bunch of boxes out to recycling. So I actually just started Black Friday for by Samantha March. I don't know when this vlog is gonna go up, but there's gonna be sales through what, like Monday of next week. So lots of sales. Check the website. So I've already started like packing up some of the orders. I need to print out packing shipping labels and all of that. So I'm just gonna do that for a little bit, and then I just want to shower and get to sleep early because tomorrow's Black Friday. It's gonna be a super busy day. I'll probably go to the post office multiple times a day. Last year I had my mom here with me helping me with Black Friday. This year I'm all alone. So I think it's just gonna be a pretty busy day. So yeah, I just want to get to bed early, but this is where I'm going to end the vlog. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. It really helped me feel not so alone, even though I was very much alone this week, but just the act of vlogging helps me today. I was talking to so many of you, really helped me. So I just hope you know how much I appreciate the support, and it means a lot. It's like I was alone, but not lonely. That's how I felt today. That's what I messaged one of my friends. I said I'm alone, but I don't feel lonely. And that's huge. That's huge, because you can't always say that, you know? I hope you had a good holiday if you are celebrating. I know holidays are not always easy for everyone. They're not easy for me either. But know that I'm thinking of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.